I have a great idea for an energy savings project around the house this winter, and it involves this new Milwaukee M18 fuel tool. Here we go. It's Tool Review Tuesday. Roll the intro. And this is the tool right here. So to reveal what it is, it's the Milwaukee M18 Fuel 18 gauge Brad Nailer kit. There's a few things you're going to want to know about this, maybe like a handful of things. Number one, it puts in consistent clean nail holes. Number two, it's compact in size. Number three, it has 0 ramp up time. Number four, has a power safe brushless motor. And number five, has a 5-year warranty on the tool itself, 2-year warranty on the battery. All right, let's take a closer look. Here's the model number of the kit that I'm reviewing, 2746-21CT. Here's what's included in the kit: the Brad Nailer, 1 2-amp hour battery, a charger, and the contractor bag. Here's a look at the battery that comes with it. It's the CP 2.0, so it's relatively lightweight and gives you plenty of power. All right, let's take a look at the nailer itself. This is the 2nd generation model right here. And what I read from the reviews, people that have tried the first one, they said that the second one right here is the one to get. This one is really awesome. This one has a sealed nitrogen system. So that means it's a nitrogen filled bladder which fires a pin and drives the nails. And from what I've tried so far, this drives really consistent nails, and it has a depth adjustment right here. So I found that it easily drives the nail in no matter what the length is and what type of wood I have, and it's very consistent. Okay, so let's take a look down here at the magazine. Right now I have some 2-inch nails in here. Take these out. 2-inch Brad nails. The ones I've been running, I've tried 2 different kinds. These are by Porter Cable. Then I'm also going to be shooting some 1 1/4 inch DeWalt nails, and both brands work just fine in here. So one thing I noticed when I'm putting the nails in the magazine right here, I like on the back side right there that you can just grip it with your fingers, so you can just squeeze it. That's just a nice little feature. Makes it easy and quick to load some nails. So the magazine capacity is 110 nails. All right, so in the event that you have a jam, you open that up, and then it has a tool-free jam clearing latch. So you can get to it right there, nice and easy. Okay, so let's take a look at the tip right here. So it looked to me almost the way that it's kind of bent back when you go and put it on the tip down, that it looks like it's almost going to roll over. But this tip is definitely really solid. There's also a couple of different replacement tips right here. You can choose to go with that, one of those other 2 styles. But after I used it for a little bit, I definitely did get used to it. It's just a little bit different, that type of tip, than what I'm used to using. So I just want to show you the other 18 gauge Brad Nailer that I use. This one right here, I probably have shot 1 million nails through this. All right, I'll just give you a little contrast. So if you can see this tip right here, it's just a little bit different. That just points straight down when that shoots the nails in, where this one right here, it's just a little bit of a different style. I practiced shooting some nails on here, so these all went down, just countersunk a little bit, and I changed the depth adjustment out a little way, so you can see that one would have a little bit of a snag. So there's you can just see how that works right there. No tools required, you just twist that the way you want. This is one thing I like about these bumpers right here. They're just soft rubber, so if you happen to be working inside a house, like in a kitchen, you can set this down on a table or a countertop, and you don't have to worry about this doing any damage, any scratches to it. And like this side has a belt clip, so you wouldn't want to set that part down. But this is reversible, or you can remove it. So you can put that belt clip on this side or right there. So when you put the battery in, right now this has a full charge. I have shot some nails through it, but it's still on 4 bars. So one person I read in the reviews, they were having a hard time getting this to work. But let's see if I can show you right here. Right there is the power button. So I think they just pushed it and nothing happened, but you do actually have to push it and hold it down for about a second and then it comes on. So my guess is that Milwaukee purposely made this where you had to be a little more intentional so you don't just accidentally touch it and turn it on and shoot it. And then if you look at this, there's the mode button. You can go toggle between one to the other. Actually you have to kind of hold it down for a second. So I recommend that you put it on this setting right here for a while until you really get used to it. If you're looking to ramp up your speed and you're really careful what you're doing, then I would say it's okay to go over to the contact activation. So the length of this, 11.7 inches, and then the width, 3.3 inches, 6.3 pounds. One thing I have to say, I'm happy with the grip, very nice ergonomic grip. Give you a close-up of it. And then it also has a really nice balance. So I feel with the Brad Nailer, you're often twisting this around, trying to get into tight spaces. And I feel that this is gonna work really well for all your Brad nailing needs. As I pull the trigger, this LED light will come on. See that right there? So if you're trying to light up your work surface, you can see what you're doing. Okay, I'm gonna put my safety glasses on, so when you set this down, you can rest it on the battery, or as I mentioned, you can also, put it on the side right there on the rubber bumpers. So we're gonna be safe here. There's 5, and check it out. They all went in. I think that feels like a pretty good depth right there. Okay, so how about we switch these out right here, the 2-inch nails, with the smaller ones right here, and just see how these work. All right, so in the sequential mode, what you have to do is you have to actually push that down and then you have to pull the trigger. So watch this. I'm actually pulling the trigger right now and I'm pushing it down. It doesn't fire. But now I'm gonna push this down and then pull the trigger, watch. Pushing it down, pull the trigger. Now, if you switch over, maybe a lot of you guys know this right here, but I'll make it pretty brief. All right, so now I just switched over to the contact activation and I'll just show you how that works. So now I'm pulling the trigger. See the light came on and watch as I push it down, bam. There's a couple quick things I want to point out on the box. As I mentioned, a compact size, so if you can see this right here where they're putting some crown molding in, you can easily maneuver that inside around that corner right there to nail it down. So I also mentioned it has 0 ramp up time, so it's ready to fire. So it, as you can see right here, fires in 0.05 seconds. As I was hopping along, you could just see how it wasn't delayed at all. Definitely fires and keeps up just as fast as a regular air nailer like this right here. It has a power state brushless motor, as I mentioned, and then the RedLink Plus Intelligence that knows when to draw more power to the project, and then if you're not using as much power, it will reserve it so you get the optimum battery life. And this tool right here fits all the M18 batteries. Here's something interesting I thought I'd point out. If you're ever going to remove an 18 gauge nail, these end nippers right here work really well. You can just squeeze. If you squeeze too hard, you're going to snip them, but these definitely are the best way to pull 18 gauge nails out that I found. So my project is to take this trim off right here, this pry bar, and then put some wood shims in if I need it, and then also add some door and window insulation. Then I'm going to reinstall the trim right here, but I may have to get another piece of baseboard that's a little bit longer because this trim is going to move over a little bit, and that might be too much of a gap right there. I might have to fill down below. This project is going to be a little bit more involved, so please check back later this week to see how this project goes. All right, let's get back to reviewing the Milwaukee 18 gauge nailer. Okay, the time has come. I'm going to put this to the test. I'm going to shoot 500 nails pretty much as fast as I can into this and this right here. I'm going to shoot 300 of the 1¼ inch nails and then 200 of the 2-inch nails. Make sure it's long enough. Yep. So you just get an idea of the depth. 2-inch, 1.25 inch. Okay, so part of this is gonna be under a time lapse, and then we'll just see if this gets warm at all, and then we'll just see if we have any misfires. Here we go. Change the mode. Okay. With the dry fire lockout, it will save 4 nails. So there we go. Yep, 500 nails between this side and that side right there. I just spent a lot of time trying different depths, different size nails, and there's, some knots in there that it may have hit, but overall, it really did a great job, nice and consistent. Nothing ever jammed, so thumbs up with that. So I started out doing sequential mode, but my finger got tired after like getting close to 100 different times, having to pull the trigger each time. So I ended up going into contact activation so I could just bump it along, which made 500 nails go pretty fast. Then I checked the battery after running 500 nails, 500 plus, because I probably ran another 100, probably 600 nails. So it's down to 3 bars from 4. So overall, I can definitely say that the Milwaukee Generation 2 18 gauge Brad Nailer is gonna work out well for you. If there's something that I didn't put in this test, please let me know. So my goal of this video is to help you guys out. So if you're considering the purchase of this nailer right here, you can see if this is right for you. I do have a link down below to the Home Depot website. There you can see a lot of questions and answers, and then a lot of reviews. I feel that you can't go wrong with this nail gun right here. There's a lot of things that are definitely well thought out, and the tests that I put this through so far, it seemed to really do the trick, especially running different brands of nails and different lengths of nails, and then into a few different types of wood. So between the maple and the pine and the oak, it passed the test. And if you enjoy this video, if you find it interesting and informative and helpful, please give it a thumbs up to help support my channel. That's it, friends. Thanks for watching. See you next time.